Yo, what's going on out there in the land of YouTube? How's everybody doing today? Good to see everybody. Kind of an interesting day today because how's everybody doing? Do me a favor, everybody, hit the like button. It'll only take you 1 second. It'll just take you 1 second to hit the like button. Just take your finger like this and then just scroll down right here and hit the like button. Just real quick, if you would, pretty please. Scrubzilla, Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs. What's going on, my friend? Good to see everybody. How's it? Gary, good to see you. Gary, great video you sent me today. I appreciate that. I'm going to cover that video. I'm going to cover a couple of videos that you guys sent me. Pretty interesting stuff. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of the intricacies and the details that are going on in Israel. And I want to kind of talk a little bit about it and kind of give you guys a little bit of prefacing and explain to you my logic right now. Because as you guys know, I'm for petitioning, assembling, legislating our way out of our current crisis in a police state. And that's my mission. That's what I'm about. Now, along the way, some people have decided to get in my way, and I will run them over. I will run them over with lawsuits, and I will just hammer people. So if you get in my way on my way to changing things as I'm going into government, I will hammer you. So if you want to play games and you want to take all your money and pay a lawyer, you're welcome to play games with me. But once you make me mad, yeah, I got bullied my whole life. So I don't tolerate bullying. I can't put up with bullying. I have such a deep seated like I can't stand people who bully other people. My ears look like this because I couldn't stand being, and this is after my ears have had plastic surgery one time. The only plastic surgery I've ever had have been on my ears to fix my ears, because when I got to Hollywood, they were mangled and stuck out like that. So I had surgery to fix my ears because for years and years I was bullied. I was bullied badly. I mean, or I didn't want to go into school, like I don't want to go in because they're going to throw me in the snow and they're going to pick on me. And, at my high school where I was raised in Alaska, we had portables. They're called portables. It's pretty much just a glorified double wide trailer that they turn into a classroom in Alaska. And I was bullied so badly that I didn't want to walk to the trailer because, I forget. A guy, I remember his name. I almost said his name out loud, and that would have been really mean to do to that kid because he was just 16 years old and he was doing that to me. But a kid with the letter M that started his name, when I would walk to the portables outside, Matt and a couple of his buddies, I only weighed 100 pounds. I wrestled 103 pounds my freshman year in high school. I had to cut down to 103. So I think I cut down from 115. So I weighed 115 pounds as a freshman in high school. And the kid with the letter M, him and two of his buddies, when I had advanced. So when I was a freshman, I was in advanced algebra. So I had this advanced math class out in the portables. And of course, I'm the only freshman in advanced algebra. And so they threw me in the snow. And it's fine. It's fine now. But when they threw me in the snow over and over and over, it made me so mad. It put a fire inside of me that I can never explain. I can't explain it. I can feel some sort of emotion coming through just as I kind of explain to you guys what happened. But it's the reason why I am the way I am. I cannot accept bullying. So, and so now I have I got Deboraugh coming on tonight. Everybody hit the like button. Can I get OTVO and Ego Checker? We're probably going to swing by your video and take a look at the video of his court process because Ego Checker went to court. So we're going to take a look at that in a couple of minutes. Mikey, what is going on? Tuffy McTufferson, what's going on? Wow, Tuffy, I got your background from someone the other day. Someone told me about Tuffy McTufferson, and I was like, oh, wow, that's where Tuffy comes from, huh? And who knows? You never know what people say, if it's true, but interesting. Interesting, big time interesting. So if you guys are familiar, OTVO, Press with Ranker is here. What's going on, Press? How you doing, buddy? Good to see Press with Ranker. It's always good to see him. Mikey, I am the Poppy. What's up? I am the Poppy. Never know. Oh, and then we do have a Deboraugh coming in, and we're going to do a $300 fundraiser for Deboraugh today. A $300 fundraiser. So get your 5s or 10s out, 20s. Let's get her to her $300, and that's what we're going to do every month for her. And I think we're halfway done now, so we only have 5 more to go, and then we'll pay off her lawyer for her. And that's all we can really do. We can't do everything for everybody, but we can help them out with their lawyer. We can help them out a little bit. You know, we all only have a little bit to give. So it's pretty interesting. I want to show you guys this video. And then, are you guys familiar with what's going on over in Israel? So in Israel, there's a gigantic conflict between the Israelis and the Palestinians. And this has been going on, as you guys know, for decades. So I don't want to get into that because I can't solve it. I don't know all the ins and outs of who's wrong, who's right, but I can tell you what I do know. I can tell you what I do know as far as on the Palestinian side. The Palestinian people teach their children that the Israelis are evil, devil Jews, and they're terrible. And I come from Jewish descent. I come from Sephardic Jew 7 generations ago on my Colombian side. So I don't really have any, I mean, you bad Jew, you bad Jew. Like I don't have any anti-Semitism for myself. Sorry. I know that may sound absolutely crazy, but I don't hate myself. I love myself, and I love that I come from Jewish heritage 7 generations ago. I find that amazingly interesting that my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was in Portugal, and they came to exterminate the Jews in Portugal. And so my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather jumped in the bottom of the boat, took that boat to Cartagena, Colombia, in the bottom of the boat, got out of that boat and was free in Colombia. And then 3 generations later, my family converted to Catholicism, because in the Jewish orthodoxy, all birthrights come through the mother, because you got to be able to look at the belly and go, oh yeah, she's Jewish, and there's the baby in her belly. Or you can convert, and there's all this stuff, but I don't want to get into it. So anyway, but what's going on over in Israel is the Palestinians are teaching their children that the Jewish people are evil devils, that they are Satan, that they are terrible. And so I saw this video, and I was like, it's on Twitter, and I was like, wow, the same thing is happening here in these United States. People are teaching their kids that the cops are devils, murderous, scumbag devils. That's what they're teaching them. I'm literally just being a reporter right now. And so let me report to you, and you guys watch the video, and you tell me if we are not 10 to 20 years away from a total civil war. I think we're 10 years away, because the generation that comes in below us, they're less willing to accept oppression. They're less willing to just fall in line and accept the oppression. When you can see people who are free in the same country, and then you're not free, you're oppressed, the youth does not just fall in line to oppression, unless you're in North Korea and they're trained that they're supposed to fall in line to oppression. But for the most part, in a free country where there's haves and have-nots, then the have-nots look over at the haves and they go, look what they have and we have not. And so the have-nots say, let's take from the haves. And that's what we saw recently with all the looting and all the crap going on in our country. So this is pretty interesting. What's going on? The people actually, what is going on? What is going on with the Playboy? What's going on with the Playboy? What's going on out there in YouTube land? So let me share this with you guys. You guys have got to see this. This video, when I saw this, I was like, man, I wonder if people have seen this or not. This is really bad, really bad. So this video came across my screen. Gary, did you send this to me? Did you send this to me, Gary? I'm not sure if you did or not. Rights On is here. What's going on, Rights On? So check this out. This is really bad, but this is what's going on in the United States of America. Let me go to the beginning of this thing.
I'm frying his ass. That's deep fried Oreo head ass.
Wow. 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 I mean, that's pretty powerful. You know, what you're seeing there is so in 2007, I audited a master's course in child development. It was a summer-long course that my aunt was getting her additional masters, and I audited the courses with her because I just love to learn new stuff. And this was free and it was online. She could just click forward and I could read all the information. So children at this age, at this toddler age, and they're not even in first stage adolescence yet. At this age, they're toddlers. And so what the children are doing is what they see. At this age, between the ages, I mean, well, it's going to happen from birth, but role modeling and mimicking, if you want to think about mimicking in that way, anything that you do in front of a child from ages 0 to 10 years old, they will just mimic it. They haven't even started adolescence, where their brain begins to form and develop, and they start to create social constructs outside of the home, where they can then leave the home because they've built social constructs outside of the home. And there's the breaking away from the nest in the very early teenagers, 12 years old, where parents start to feel like their kids are leaving them because they are literally creating social constructs so that they can leave the nest and feel free in society. That's how people and human beings work. That's how their brains work. So from 0 to 10 years old, before they hit the first stage of adolescence, which can start as early as 8 and as late as 12, then what happens is they just mimic what they see their parents do. And when you learn this and you see the examples of it, the example that I learned from the professor who was teaching this master's course was they put a child at the table with their parents. And one set of parents, the parent was always going, hey, use your fork like this. And he constantly telling the kid what to do and how to do it. Then they showed another set of parents where they sat down with their child and neither one of the parents said anything about manners, forks, knives, any of that stuff. And they showed a time lapse of the two different families. And the family who did not tell the kid how to hold his fork, how to hold his knife, where to put his napkin, he did not advance as quickly as the child who watched his parents hold the fork, hold the knife, put the napkin in their lap. They literally did testing on this, and they found that the child learns faster from role modeling than it does from you telling the child how to do it, or demanding, or those kinds of things, or even punishing the child into doing those things. So what you're seeing right here in this particular scenario, you're seeing children who are role modeling what their mother and father say aloud at home. And the kid is screaming, F you, bitch, look at your nappy ass shoes. If you really listen to it, you can hear what the kid is saying. And he's just repeating what he learned at home.
I'm frying his ass. That's deep fried Oreo head ass. I'm frying his ass. That's deep fried Oreo head ass.
Wow. Wow. So you guys can see it. So when you take a look at what's going on in Israel, when they interview the Palestinian kids are saying death to Israelis, death to Jews. And it's a really negative message for a kid to be saying that he wants another particular race, religion, or persons wiped off the face of the earth. What have the Israeli kids learned? What have the Palestinian children learned? The Palestinian children have learned that when the Jewish people come there, that they're going to die or their parents are going to die. So they've adopted this philosophy. And I'm not trying to be unfair to the Israelis. I don't know what's going on over there. I do know that the Palestinians have taught their children. I've seen a dozen videos where they teach their kids that Israelis are Satan and they're the devil and all those things. I'm not picking a side here in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. I live here. I have no idea what's actually happening there. I do know from what I've seen on video that the Palestinian kids are saying death to Israelis, death to Jews. And they even have full-on plays where they act out the actual deaths and killing of human life. And so now you're seeing this happen now in our communities around police. The urban communities of Blacks and Mexicans are now teaching their children that these guys are the devil, that they're evil. And I agree. I agree 100%. Teach your kids properly. These guys are the devil. These guys are the ones who will hurt your children. These guys are the ones who will kidnap your kids. The cops are the ones who will put your kids in a dungeon. Your cops are the ones who will do an after-school program where the cop ends up molesting children. It's horrible. I mean, I keep seeing in the news today, oh my God, get rid of drag shows in schools. And I'm against it too. I'm not for any kind of drag show for children. I don't agree with it if it's a guy or a girl or a him and her, whatever they're doing, stripping down for children. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. I also don't agree with putting cops in schools and putting them up on a pedestal and saying, hey, here, the cops are here. You call these guys for help. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't call the cops for help. You don't call the cops for help. Trust me, I've had to call the cops a couple times this last year. It never went well for me. It didn't go well. And I knew better, but you have to call the police. My car was stolen. I had to call the cops. You have to file a police report. There's things you have to deal with cops. So these families are now teaching their children that the cops are evil. I guess I am too. I'm teaching people that you can't trust cops, that if a guy puts on a uniform and says that he's part of the blue line, you cannot trust that guy. You got to stay away from him. You just have to stay away from him. The best example I ever heard was if there's 100 M&Ms in a bag and one of them is cyanide, how many of the M&Ms would you eat? Well, that's what we're getting with cops. That's what we're getting. We're getting this thing where we don't know what we're getting when you call the cops, when you interact with the cops, you don't know what's going on. You have no idea. So it's yeah, and then Brian from Here's the Deal just did a long live stream about Brooklyn audits, and I'm not into bashing people. It's just not. Even when I covered that jujitsu guy who teaches kids how to fight who get bullied, I showed all the good things he does before I said, here's our beef, where he's endorsing his cop friend beating on somebody, because we all have a cop friend. We all have a cousin or a brother or someone in our family who's a cop, or someone that we know who's a cop, or a neighbor who's a cop. And if we all give our neighbors and friends who are cops a pass for abusing people, well, then that's all the cops. Everybody has a neighbor, friend, brother, cousin who's a copper. And so if we give them all a pass, well, then they can all abuse the hell out of us. So, Brooklyn Audit's got himself in some trouble. I hope he apologizes and we can move forward, and just to be clear, because I'm super transparent, man. I'm like paper in front of a light. You can see right through it. So, I like Brooklyn Audits. I like what he's doing. I enjoy Brooklyn Audits. I like the guy, what he's doing. I saw that he took something that wasn't his, and I think he needs to apologize, and I'm willing to forgive him and give him a chance to redemption. I got caught shoplifting at 18. Me and a few guys from my school thought we'd steal a bunch of stuff, and we got caught. From a department store, we got caught. I'm grateful it happened at 18, so I wouldn't be embarrassed as an adult. But that embarrassment that I felt, and by the way, when you're 18, you're stealing from a department store, you think, oh, there's no victim here. Yeah, society is the victim when you steal things that don't belong to you. So, I was 18. I made my mistake. By the way, that my mistake from 18 still comes up. And people say, oh, you're this is what you are. I'm 48, so that was 30 years ago. I hope I've grown since then, and since I haven't been in trouble for stealing ever since, but I did it. I was totally guilty. We had planned on stealing a bunch of jeans and pants out of this department store, and we got caught. And I had to deal with the consequences and the embarrassment of telling my family and my friends. And it was the worst. It was the worst. I still feel the embarrassment in my face. And it was 30 years ago. But also, I still feel the embarrassment from other things that I can't tell that story and just give you guys a piece of it, because then people are like, oh, come on, what's the rest of that story? I can't do it. So I hope Brooklyn Audits apologizes and we come to forgiveness, and the man's able to keep going on the journey. As for now, he has to do some reparations. He's got, but you know what? I'm not, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Gloria, good to see you, Gloria. Good to see you. Toe for life. What's going on, Playboy? Good to see you, man. Good to see everybody. Groundhog, what is going on? I saw that one, Groundhog. I did see it. But I'm not, you guys, as you guys see, when I had a beef with the guy on the internet the other day, I showed you everything good he does, because he's a good person. He has a blind spot when it comes to his buddy beating on people because he's a cop. He's not a bad so this is a perfect example, actually. The guy the other day I talked about, I can't remember his name. He does this anti-bullying thing for kids, and then he endorses his cop buddy, my black belt, he called him. He gets to do this because that guy was aggressive. But the guy's not a bad guy. We don't agree on one thing, but the guy who I talked about the other day, he's not a bad dude. He's not a bad person. I wouldn't sit here and say he's a terrible person because he endorses his cop buddy choking some guy out who he has total control over. I just don't think that. So the same thing with Brooklyn Audits. I think overall he's a good dude. I think that he made some mistakes here, and I hope that he makes amends. And along those lines, look, I have a mission, and people who are here, OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio, OTVO. So I'm on a mission, right? So for me, everything else off that mission is like a distraction. And as soon as we get into distractions, then we lose the focus of the mission, which is to overturn Terry versus Ohio. That's what we're doing here. And that's what we're going to keep doing here. And along the route, the mistake that I made was involving myself with people who don't have a mission, who have no purpose. Look, if you want to be a First Amendment auditor and go talk about poster number 7, amazing. That's we need you to do that. It's just not my mission. I have done some First Amendment audits. I don't think I've ever done a post office. Yeah, I've never gone into can anybody tell me if I ever have? I've been around a long time. I've done a lot of things. Sometimes I'll hear something I said from 2 years ago. I'm like, oh my God, I said that. But has anybody ever seen me in a post office? I don't think I've ever been in a post office. I went to 2 libraries in my lifetime. I went to Scottsdale Library, which is one of my top videos. I think that's why they do it, because you get a real reaction out of librarians. Those librarians really gave me a reaction. Maybe I should do more libraries. Maybe I should do more libraries. Hit the like button. Hey, do you guys like the new trifold? I'm just wondering who's got the new trifold, because we shipped 300 trifolds on Monday. So if people were waiting for trifolds, I'm really sorry, man. We changed over paper reams. Believe me, everybody's watching me. You're gonna get your trifold. You will get your trifold. So it was a little bit late. I told you this before. We had a 2-week delay when my factory went from one location to another location. And as you know, when you move a printing business, it's a lot. It's a month of work. So we were several weeks behind. A couple people canceled their orders. I'm really sorry. But everybody watches anything I do. So if you ordered a trifold for me, you will get it 100%. Sorry, there was a little bit of a delay. Tom, what is going on? Mikey, what is going on? Writes on, what is going on? DLZ Clips. Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs. Tom Shaw, what's going on, Tom Shaw? How is everybody? Good to see everybody. It's okay, I'll check my phone. Thanks. I'm getting a message here from DLZ Clips. We're a little bit early, so I'm not sure if Deboraugh is going to be in the chat and be ready. But okay, cool. Okay, so we're good to go on her. Okay, so I'm gonna do this fundraiser for Deboraugh. I'm only gonna raise $300. She needs 3,000 for her evidence. She has so if anybody is unfamiliar with Deboraugh Rogers, she's been my friend since November of 2021 when she called me and said, "Can you help me?" And I said, "I can't. I'm not a lawyer. I can't practice law. I can't help you." And she called me again and said, "Please help me." I said, "I can't help you. I can't help you. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not allowed to practice law. I can't help you." And then we kept talking and then and my channel kind of morphed into one of those channels that when people are in jail or they need a little bit of money, this channel turned into that. The people here, like all the people here, there's only 150 people here, but of the 150 people here, all of these people who don't have any money, people dig into their wallet and find $5 or $10. And we have raised thousands and thousands of dollars for people, none more than Christy Roan, who we raised several $1,000s for with her 6 children now. Now she has 6 children. She has 6 children, brand new baby. What was that baby's name? What was the baby's? KT, good to see you. Good to see you. Gloria, good to see you. What was that baby? What's the baby's name? Juniper. Christy Roan's baby's name is Juniper. And so when I met Deboraugh Rogers in 2021, she told me about her arrest. And the thing is about her arrest is they attacked her so viciously, and they hurt her. And so as soon as they choked her out and tased her in the head and caused neurological damage, which she's going through all kinds of stuff right now because of the neurological damage. And so, you know, it's real. You know, I'm still dealing with numbness in my finger from when Jesse Sandoval, LVMPD, squeezed on my ulnar radial, my ulnar nerve here, and has caused me problems in my thumb. It's still numb to this day. He sat there and squeezed it for 20 minutes straight. And there was really no reason to do it because I was hemmed up. I was caught. And plus I'm not going to run away. I'm not going to turn and run away from people. I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to happen. So, yeah. So if Deboraugh is around, I want to first show just a couple minutes of her video so you guys can see what happened to her. They pulled her over, and you know what? Instead of me talking about it, let me just show it. So let me get rid of this. Stop sharing that one. Okay. Now let's take a look at this. What we had. Oh yeah. Police definitely tampered with this video. So do you see the question down there? Did the police alter or tamper with this video? And, you know, from what Deboraugh has explained to me, we can definitely see that this body camera has been tampered with.
Please help me. 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 Stop resisting. It can't be me. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
So she's telling them that she can't breathe, and they're.
I can't breathe. Let go of the steering wheel. Stop resisting. Let go of the steering wheel. Where's your sergeant? Where's your sergeant?
Where's your sergeant?
I'm commanding your sergeant. Here's
So right here, they're going to tear her rotator cuff, and then I'm going to bring Deboraugh on. So there, they pulled her out of the car and they threw her on the ground. Now she's been unconscious already. She says, "Let me get my breath," and he tells her no. How can you shackle somebody like that and throw them on the ground?
Let me get my breath.
Now she's been knocked unconscious, she's been tased, and she's got her arms both behind her back. She already didn't have great dexterity, and so now they're gonna tear her rotator cuff. Right there, just so you guys know. So they got her arm jacked up right there. They're tearing her rotator cuff is being torn this very moment that you're watching this. They tore her rotator cuff. Why does he snap her? Like, what's wrong with you, bro? See, there's no reason. Take a look at this. There's no reason. So when your wrists are locked together and then your elbow is lifted from your back, that tears your rotator cuff. This is illegal in wrestling. Right now, the US Open is going on, and if someone did this to another person, they would first get a point and then they would be disqualified. You can't do that to people's shoulders because it tears their rotator cuff. Hers was completely severed. Oh, spare me. Spare me. Spare me as though you're doing her any kind of favors as you put this. Deboraugh, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Sorry, we're a little bit early. So I think someone already sent you a PayPal. This is a $300 fundraiser for my friend Deboraugh Rogers. She had to borrow $3,000 to get an attorney. And so I'm doing this fundraiser for my friend to try to raise her enough money to, no, we are going to raise her enough money to fund her attorney. And this will be $1,500 by the time we finish this. So DLZ Clips, if you could get her Cash App, her Venmo, her PayPal. And as you guys know, Team DLZ, you can Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal me, put Deboragh's name on it, and I will send it to her directly. So Deboraugh, how are you?
I'm doing okay. So I'm unfortunately, after my rotator cuff surgery in November, I bet we had that flood in my house, and then what else happened? Oh, the bookshelf fell on me when I was trying to clean up the blood damage, and then I was in the hospital and stuff like that. So that kind of delayed the physical therapy. And so what that happened.
Why were you in the hospital? Were you in the hospital because of the neurological damage done to your brain from being tased in the head?
Yeah.
Okay. So I forgot to say that the coppers tased her in the head during this process, and the electricity shocked her brain, and she's had continual neurological problems since this happened. So I forgot that little fun fact right there. So, okay. Go ahead. Sorry, Deboraugh.
Okay. So then that kind of like delayed my physical therapy after the surgery. So now next month, which is just in a week or so, I have to go back in and they have to do what they call manipulation. So they're going to put me under, and basically, because my arm is, it's not what, there's a issue called frozen arm, I think that's what it's called, where your arm is frozen to a point where it's just not going to go nowhere.
Frozen
And
shoulder.
mine's, yeah. So my arm is almost to that point because of the shoulder. So they're going to go in and they're going to put me under because it's going to be very painful. And they're going to manipulate my arm, which means they're just going to move it all around. And basically, that's what that's going to do is break up all that scar tissue that has built up, holding my arm down, which makes it where it won't move. So then as soon as that's over, I'm going to go over to physical therapy and we're going to start heavy duty physical therapy to get my arm to where I can move it, because I still cannot do things like wash my hair very well, and there's no way I could blow dry or curl or do the normal things. It's hard to put makeup on. It's hard to do normal. It's hard to slice cheese. It's just hard to do normal things. There's no way I could swim or anything like that for sure.
Like full rotation of the shoulder where you have to swim freestyle.
Yeah, I couldn't swim at all. I couldn't even dog pedal at this point.
Real quick shout out to Press with Ranker. Thank you for your donation. Greg, thank you for your donation. So I think right now, and then someone put in 23 earlier. So we're at $50 right now. This is a $300 fundraiser for my friend Deboraugh. We're raising money because she took out a loan for her attorney and she's paying off that attorney every month. I'm going to raise her $300 for 10 months. I think this is the 5th time. Is this the 4th or 5th time, Deboraugh?
I think we started in January. I'm pretty sure.
So I think this is
not sure, but I think so.
This is the 4th or 5th one. So we're going to raise $3,000 for her. She actually needs another $3,000 to go over the video evidence that was tampered with. So I'm hoping that there's a amazingly gracious, well-off individual who has some money that will reach out to me so that we can get this body camera properly investigated. But I've promised her that I will do 10 fundraisers for her at $300 each. So if you would please pull out your Cash App, your Venmo, your PayPal. I'm only asking for $5, $10, because then everybody who doesn't have a lot of money can jump in and we can do something good for someone who's just like us. Because guys, they arrested me. And by the way, we served Las Vegas Metro Police Department today. They got served today for my $5 million lawsuit. So I just want to do everything I can to help other people because we have this big platform with all these people here. So if you don't have $5, text a friend, text a colleague. I think we're at $50 right now. This is a fundraiser for my friend Deboraugh. So please donate $5, $10, $15, $20 if you can. Thanks. Go ahead, Deboraugh.
Yeah, so I wanted to let you know that Gary Bryant, the other day when you were live, he donated $10, and I just want to say thank you so much, Mr. Gary Bryant. I appreciate you so much. And then Tom Shaw said that he did donate 23 a while ago, and he did. I did get that too. So right now I've got 33 in PayPal.
And I've got 30 over here as well. So okay. So that's 30. We got 60. We only got 240 to go. I think we can do it. Let me check my Cash App and check your Cash App and your Venmo, and let's see if we can get to that $300 mark.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get there. I think we can. Christopher, I got your donation. Thank you. And then someone donated me the other day. My buddy P did. Thank you, P, for the donation. And then let me check my Venmo just to see where we are. This is a little bit early to do a fundraiser. We should have done it in the night, but here we are. So let's just try to do it. Let's try to get it done. So I'm checking my Venmo here. I don't have anything in Venmo yet. So cool. Hey, so yeah. Did you put your story up on End Torture Cuffs? I hope you guys did put your story up on End Torture Cuffs. That's okay, sorry. So I'm sorry, Deboraugh, for cutting you off. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh no, you're fine. I was going to tell you that so whenever I was a teenager, I was diagnosed with scoliosis in my back. And so that wasn't really like a huge issue or anything. But then I started getting things like degenerative disease and things like that, which I believe is hereditary because a lot of people in my family have it. And things like that. Well, that's the reason that I was having the injections in my back and neck because I also have neck issues. Well, my neck issue was pretty stable. The last MRI I had before the next recent one was, several years ago, and I had two discs that were protruding and things, closed off. They were, it was like, it was recommended that I would have to have the injections and physical therapy and massage therapy and chiropractor and all that. Well, I took care, I maintained that for about 10 years. And I did have an MRI in, I believe it was January of 2020, and everything looked the same, even though the previous MRI had been, 5 or 10 years prior. But I got another MRI after the officer did what he did, and now it is dramatically worse, and I have to have neck surgery.
No way. No
Yeah.
way.
Oh, it's way
my
worse.
my friend Rat Audits just threw in another $25. So
Thank you so much.
We're getting closer. We're almost to that 300. I think we're almost at $100. So let's if we can, this is a fundraiser for my friend Deboraugh, just to pay her attorney to fight for her in court. So if you're so inclined to pull out your phone, get your PayPal, your Venmo, your Cash App, and just throw $5 or $10, because I'll sit here and e-bag for my friend until we raise her the $300 to make her lawyer payment for the month. That's what I'll do. And I'll sit here and do it until we're done. I won't stop until we raise this $300. And if I have to start calling my friends and family, I will. I'm going to raise this money for this woman. She needs our help. She needs our help. So,
yeah.
Kelly just asked what's wrong. Kelly, I just showed the video a second ago. It's right here. Deboraugh Rogers was wrongfully arrested, wrongfully prosecuted, and she's still dealing with her court case. And so I'm doing a fundraiser for her. I'm going to raise her $300. My buddy Press with Ranker, he's throwing in his change. He's got some money. He's throwing in a little bit of money. Like, people, we're a small channel on YouTube, but we're a powerful channel. And a lot of people come into this channel specifically just to help other people. So I'm doing a fundraiser for Deboraugh. That's what this is for, Kelly. What were you saying, Deb?
Well, I was going to say, regarding that, in the police report, nowhere in the police report does it state that I was choked or strangled or anything happened to that effect. So what happened was, in the video, you cannot see me being strangled. But what I have done is I have taken the video second by second, millisecond by millisecond. Sometimes I can get 2 shots. Sometimes I can get 3 screenshots out of 1 second of video. And I have a still shot of the officer. He's got these special gloves on, and he's got his hands coming from my throat.
Yeah.
But that's in the middle of the video. And
right.
That coincides with my memory as to the chain of events as to what happened. But if you look at the beginning of the video, I had long hair. My hair is free flowing at the beginning, but in the middle, my hair is not free flowing. So it's obvious that this video, because of someone like me who is there, I can tell you that it's altered because I know the sequence of events. I was there. Well, whenever I was in the jail, they went through my phone and they heard where my phone had captured the audio of me saying, "You're choking me, stop choking me, I can't breathe." So they had to include that audio into the video because they knew I had it. And it had already gone to my cloud. There was nothing they could do. They had to alter this video and they had to overlap that audio onto the video. So where they put the audio where it says, like, "You're choking me," my hair is free flowing. I'm obviously not getting choked. I mean, but I can sit there and testify all day long. This video is altered. It doesn't mean anything. It has to come from a professional. A professional has to say the metadata and everything has been altered. It's obviously been changed. And then that, of course, has standing in court.
Wow. I mean, we're watching it. It's not just you, Deboraugh. There's so many people that we have to raise money for and help, because there's so many people who have court cases because they're attacked by cops. Now, had you done anything wrong here previously? Had you robbed a store, and were you speeding away from the store?
No, as a matter of fact, in the state of Oklahoma, there was a law that said that you must display your driver's license upon, an officer asking for it. Well, in November prior to that year, they had put out a new law, but it didn't get into press until after I was arrested. So the title of the law still states to display the license. So I displayed my license, which he did not appreciate. He told me I was arrested because I did not hand it over to him, and that's the reason I was arrested.
Wow. So just so you guys know, as here's some brutal stuff that's happening to her. So I want to get off my face off screen and just show. So they've thrown her out of the truck. Thank you, Rat. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you. So they threw her out of the truck right there, and she's unconscious, y'all. She's unconscious right there. She's just barely functioning. Like they have taken the wind out of her. They have hurt her, and now she's on the ground. And look at him pull on the chain. There's a cuff around her wrist. You understand that? So like you look at that, and he's pulling on that chain. But what people, if you've been in the torture cuffs, then you know that when you see a guy grab the chain like that and rip it as the other metal shackle is on your wrist, look at that. Oh God. Every guy can relate to that. Don't pull too hard. Don't grab it that hard. He grabbed a hold of that chain and just started ripping it. I mean, why is he doing that to her? It's, there was no victim. She didn't have any victim. She was bringing her ex-husband food, who'd just gone through a surgery of his own. She wasn't doing anything. It makes me so damned mad. Makes me so damn mad. This is a fundraiser for my friend Deboraugh Rogers. We got to raise her $300. If you would please open up your phone, send me $5, $10 right now, right this second. Deborah's Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App are there. If you already have me because you've donated me before, drop me $5, $10, $15, $20 right now so that we can raise her $300 to pay for her lawyer. That's what I'm doing right now. That my whole day was planned around this moment. And DLZ Clips, he effed it up. DLZ Clips effed it up. He put the live too early. DLZ Clips, you're going under the bus. You're going under the bus. He put the live too early. So typically you do fundraisers in the night or in the morning. You don't typically do a fundraiser in the daytime, and there's lots of studies on this, but we're doing it anyway because I think out of this crowd we can raise the $300, $5 or $10 at a time, and that's what I'm trying to do. So DLZ Clips, if you would please, since you got us here early, drop in the Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. Let's raise her. Everybody right now, if the 150 people in here put $5 each in, that'd be wow, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. It'd be $750 if everybody, but I don't think everybody here is going to have $5 because our economy is set up so that only people who have money, and everybody else is like wishing they had some money. So Deborah's wishing she had some money so she could pay her lawyer. So she borrowed some money. So please pull out your phone, $5, $10, $20, whatever you can donate. Let's get her to the $300 mark for today. And I'm not going to bug you guys again about this for another month and a half. And then let's get her to her point. Let's help her. Go ahead, Deboraugh. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying anything, hon.
Okay. So it's just, it's okay. So where are we standing now? Let me take a look. Tell me what you got on your end over there, Deboraugh. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, if you would, please. And then do I have any
everything is the same. I'm at 33. No, I'm at 83.
83.
Yes.
Woo. Thank you.
I'll just say, Mr. Phillips donated $50. Thank you, Mr. Phillips.
Aw.
I don't know. Some people don't want their name said, so
right.
If you do want your name said, you can say it in the chat.
Right. So you got $85 over there. and I've got I'm just trying to count it here. 25 there, and then in Cash App, I'm checking Cash App right now. Okay, so let me see what this is. Bruce, thanks, Bruce. Appreciate you, man. Bruce came through. He threw in. So now 30, 50, and then let me check Venmo. I think I'm close to 100 over here on my side. I'm not quite sure. Almost pretty close to 100 over here. So we're gonna get to that $300 mark. That's the goal. That is the goal. I got 25 there. Yeah, so I'm about 80 over here too. So I'm about 160, I think, total. Oh, I wouldn't worry about anything. I would just, let's just try to do the best we can to help out the people we can help. There's so many distractions, you guys. There's so many distractions. There's so many people and personalities. And with social media, we all get to see each other. We all get to, this community, half the reason I do lives is because of the community of people who come here that get to connect inside of the lives. That's half the reason I do lives, is because we've created a community of people. And even YouTube can shadow ban us and they can do whatever they want. It's not going to change that people come here specifically because of the things that we do for others that benefit other people that don't benefit us, that don't benefit us. And so that's where we are right now. Gloria, what is going on? Everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button. Take your finger right there and just hit the like button, and then type in the comment section OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. We're getting closer and closer. So we will get to that mark. We will get to the $300 mark. Go ahead, Deboraugh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to give directions too. I'm in a vehicle.
Oh, you're in directions?
Yeah, but I'm not driving, but I'm in a vehicle.
I'm not quite sure yet, disjointed. I haven't decided yet. It's a constant battle. I mean, within this, so I'm not sure if you guys actually know, but we just have to stay focused on what our mission is. That's what we have to do. We just have to help as many people as we can. And Deboraugh Rogers is one of those people who I'm going to help all the way to the end, all the way until she's helped completely, until we know that she's not going to end up in a dungeon again, because Deboraugh has already spent 45 days in jail for this court case. If you guys are unfamiliar, she challenged the jurisdiction of the Cherokee Nation tribe. And so when she challenged the Cherokee Nation's jurisdiction, then they put her in jail for 45 days for contempt because she didn't believe they had jurisdiction. And so she spent 6 weeks in the dungeon already, where she went through freezing and starving and all these things she had to deal with, and getting pepper sprayed and all these horrible things. So all we can really do is try to help some people. Overturn Terry versus Ohio, OTVO, in the comment section. If you would, please just drop down in there, OTVO. Right, dude.
Hey, disjointed Earthling. He wants to know the mission. Does he want to know my mission or your mission?
I don't know. I didn't see the comment, so I don't know what he's asking. I mean, my mission is to overturn Terry versus Ohio and to get to the governorship so that there can be an executive in charge of a state that changes policing from the top down, so that we go back to peace officers and not, well, we never did do peace officers. They go through peace officer standards and training, and then they graduate from peace officer standard and training, and they sign a peace officer certificate, and they go out into the world and they call themselves law enforcers, and they join law enforcement. And we don't have any law enforcers in our country. It's a fake name for people who want to be enforcers because they're beta male cucks. And then someone said earlier, I shouldn't call them pigs. If they're pigs, I call them pigs. I think you call a pig a pig. You can put lipstick on a pig, still a pig. Still a pig. It's still a pig. Oh, democracy.
Yeah, I had a 2-hour conversation with a very nice lady yesterday, and we are planning on starting a coalition or nonprofit or something. We haven't got down to the details or something, but we are wanting to help tribal citizens to basically learn how to navigate through the court system and the justice system, because it is different for tribal members than it is for other persons who involved in other tribal jurisdictions. So it, people are calling me right and left, and they're just like, "What do I do? How can I do this? My attorney isn't doing anything for me, and I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. My person's been in there for a year, and we're still not at trial. You know, so we're hoping to get that off the ground soon too."
You're going to need to create a fund. But Adam just threw in another $36 over here. So I got 30. I got 65 there. And then that's in PayPal, and then in Cash App, or that's in Cash App, and then in PayPal. So I've got 65 in PayPal, and then Press with Ranker just threw in another. Press with Ranker threw in $20, and Press with Ranker is struggling right now with money. Press, stop. You've put in your money. Stop, Press. He's an emotional guy. Stop, Press. Stop. Press with Ranker. Stop. Stop. You have a court case we're dealing with as well. Press, stop sending money. I'll send it back to you if you send me another dime. You're a loving dude. Stop. I need someone to match Press with Ranker's $20. That's what I need. I need somebody to match his $20. Thank you, Press with Ranker. You got to stop though, bro. I know your financial situation right now. He's giving money he doesn't have. God, that's the people who come to this room. And I'm a hardcore searing prick. And people come here because you don't want to send a weeping willow to Washington. You want to send someone who's going to be a prick, who's going to fight for you. Because these politicians go in, they're just concerned about their stock deal they can get in on. They're just concerned about how they can enrich themselves or get rid of an inheritance tax. And that's what the rich people do. That's what they do. They don't care about you. And we keep electing the son or daughter of the politician or the richest guy's son or daughter, and you wonder why our country is dog shit. You have the elites taking care of the elites. The cops have made it so the cops have to investigate cops. And if it's in Tennessee, well, then you get the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, and they're going to come in. Those cops are going to be different than the cops they were going to have investigate, but we know they're not. We know they're not. Rat, you got to Rat. You better not be spending all your money, Rat. I will sit here and e-beg from people for $5 or $10. Do not break your whole piggy bank. Do not do it. You good people, don't kill yourselves here. This is what I have to do. So thank you, Press. God bless you, man. God bless. And Rat, you better not be spending all your money, man. I only want to get $5 or $10 from each person. I want to crowdfund this. I don't want any person to be hurting where they can't buy lunch tomorrow. You could probably go without lunch one day, but not lunch 2 days in a row or 3 days in a row. So there's Deboraugh being horrifically abused by these nasty pigs. And then, Brian from Here's the Deal said we shouldn't call them pigs. He thinks it's counterproductive. Hey, Brian, I love you, man. I respect you. Respectfully, I disagree. I affect the man or the woman behind the badge and let them know that they are not a part of our society, that they are a pig. They are a pig. They've joined a pig organization. They've joined a Death Star, and I let them know that they're pigs. Now, some people don't like that. I'm not for everybody. I'm an acquired taste, I guess. But we're going to raise $300 for Deboraugh, and we're almost there. Let me close all my apps. See if you got anything come in. If you didn't, that's okay. But let me just keep checking here. We're close. We're going to get close here. So PayPal is still there. Same amount in PayPal. 20 and 20. I got 40 in PayPal, and then I had 60 in Cash App. So that was 100. And then in Venmo, I had in Venmo, I still got 25. Okay. So what's that? Someone pigs. I don't like pigs. I just don't like them. Sorry. I just don't like them. And there's some pigs I meet that aren't so bad, but you remember if one of their pig friends ran over and got you in a headlock, the pig who you thought was your friend, he would join them in hurting you and holding you down, and then be the nice pig. Just calm down. Just settle down as the other cops are beating you and punching you. There's the nice pig going, I don't want this to happen to you, Jeff. DLZ Clips just threw in $15. DLZ Clips.
Bless your heart, Colin. I'm at 125.
Matt just threw in another $5. You're at 125.
Yeah.
I'm not 180 yet, but I'm close. So let me just put this in. Let me just write this down because I got 30 in Venmo, and that's from Jeff. Oh, Writes On. Thanks, man. Thank you, Writes On, for your donation. I really appreciate you, man. Writes On just threw in some money. DLZ Clips just threw in some money. Wow. Matt just threw in $5. Like, what's up with you people? So I got 30 in Venmo. I'm going to put that in there. And then in Cash App, I probably, let's see what we got. Oh, I got another donation in. There's from Colin right there at DLZ Clips. Everybody subscribe to DLZ Clips. That's Colin over there. Colin's running that channel. Colin's
Hey,
what's that?
hey, we got it.
We got it?
Yes. There. I don't know if he wants me to say his name. I'll just say TS. Did 100, I guess, and it came out to 97. So
Yeah.
that put that at 201, and then
I've got from
25.
Bruce, I've got from Christopher, I've got from P Rex, I've got from Adam, I've got from Colin. So yeah, I have at least I have at least that much here. So I'll send you every dime. I'll take screenshots of my pay apps, and then I'll send you every dime that we got in. I'm super fundraiser is now officially over, everybody. The fundraiser is now officially closed. If you feel free to continue to Deboraugh to donate to Deboraugh, you can send me it on Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, or send it directly to her. That's the best way. And then I will send her this money that you guys sent to me. Thank you so much. We did it.
Thank you, everybody.
And
Thank
T,
you so much.
thank you, T, for throwing in that last $100. It put us over the edge. You know, when I start a fundraiser, I'm not going to quit until it's done. You know, I think I've only stopped one fundraiser early, and it was for me, for my Las Vegas thing. And then the money went through. Someone sent me some money, and then it didn't go through, but then it didn't go through. So I was super grateful. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I do want to mention a couple of names that I don't think they mind me saying, and that's Mr. P Rex and You Have Rights, Cops Have Duties. They also donated, and I don't think they would mind me saying their names. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and P Rex is one of those guys who's put some money in, and Bruce and Greg and Chuck and Rat Audits was in here. Thank you so much, Rat Audits, dude. You got the ball rolling, dude. You started the energy, and that got us going. And of course, my regular crew of folks, just unbelievably amazing. Like, I'm just so grateful. Thank you guys so much. I am literally only powerful with your help, you know. And then once I get to the governorship, I give you my word, I'm going to change this dog shit system. This is such crap. This is such crap. This is such crap. It is really a shitty system. And the longer that yay. So I did a donation the other day. And I didn't, whatever. But there it is. There's the pool for the kids. So the kids wanted a pool, and I just got the picture that the $100 I put in. There's the pool for the kids. So I could not be more ecstatic. And this was only $100. That, I mean, I think the whole thing was almost $300, but I put in 100, and a couple other people put in money, and we got the kids a pool. So yes, Mikey, thank you, Young. Good to see you. Yes, we raised. You guys don't understand. It's like it is such a relief. Rat Audits, make sure you guys get over there and subscribe to his channel. Let me check out. Colin, can you grab Rat Audits channel and put it in here? I don't know if I'm subscribed to his channel. I might be, but I subscribe to anybody's channel. I don't have any of that. I'll follow you on Instagram. I'll follow you on Twitter. I'll subscribe to your YouTube channel. If that's what you want me to do, I don't care. I'll subscribe to it. I always thought that was weird. I'd see people and they'd have like, 50,000 followers and they're following 5 people or 60 people. Like, why? People want to be followed by a checked marked account. People want to be followed by an influencer. They want to be followed by somebody who they're attached to, like Rat Audits, who came in here and Rat Audits started this energy. He came in like he had 20 or 20 more, 25. He came in with that power, and Rat Audits was a big part of the reason of the momentum that happened in this room right now. And then Greg and Bruce and Chuck and my regulars and KT and Shock Professor. I mean, you guys came through, and Matthew throwing in that money, and Press with Ranker throwing in that money. It's like, it's so unbelievable. It's like, it is so, so now they're sending me pictures of the kids. Oh, they're sending me pictures of the kids at the pool. I'm going to blank the kid out, but I'll just show you the pool. There's the kid's right there. I don't want to show you who the kid is, but there it is right there. There's the pool that we bought the other day for these kids. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Did you get his channel up in there, DLZ Clips? I don't know if you did or not. I will take a look here. Maybe he's not, because he may be on his phone. I mean, DLZ Clips needs a computer big time. We got to get him a computer sooner or later here. But, we're borrowing Peter to pay Paul right now because of the recession and everybody's hurting. And, everybody's going through a hard time. It's not easy. I looked up Rat Audits. I got Amagansett Press. I can't see your channel in here. Prove All Things Audits. Is that what it is? Maybe if I put it all together, Rat Audits, if I got it like that. I didn't see it. Someone post his channel. Someone give me his channel so I can promote it, because anybody who comes in and takes money out of their pocket and gives it to someone they don't know and helps out another person, like, I want to be your friend. Like, that's what okay, there it is. Thank you. Okay. So it's Rat Audits and then /5969. Let me post that in. Oh, God dang it. I'm not getting it. I clicked on that link too, and I didn't get it. There it is. So is that it? Rat Audits 5969. Oh, it's at Rat Audits 5969. Okay, I didn't know. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, so it's the at symbol. You got to put that at symbol. There it is. I got it. I'm already subscribed. There it is. Cool. So let me post it so you guys can see the link, because in StreamYard they only let the people leave the might forget anybody. Colin, DLZ Clips. DLZ Clips also is one of those dudes who isn't rich. And Colin from DLZ Clips throwing in $15. Like, you guys don't know. I know for a fact. I know for a fact. Colin's not killing it. They've deleted our last 2 channels. Just so you guys know, we have earned 0 revenue from the backup channel. 0. We've earned 0. And we had 5 million views on the backup channel last month, and we have earned 0 revenue from it. And Colin is just, he keeps on, and he keeps on. Colin has skills I cannot teach. I got it. Thank you, Gloria. I appreciate that. I can't teach you to want to work 18 hours. I can't teach you that. I can't teach you to finish an edit. I can't teach you to see someone's story in Tennessee and it makes you so sick that even though you're exhausted and you worked a whole day, let me watch their video so that my brain can encompass it, and I'll wake up in the morning and I'll start working on their video. I can't teach those things that Colin has. A lot of people contact me and say, hey, they want to work with me. I can't teach you that there's no clock. I can't teach you that there's no off switch. I can't teach you that we only have this amount of time before we're dead and we leave behind a police state, prison state, death state for the kids and grandkids. I can't teach you that. If you don't know that, then here's your wake-up call. We're living in a police state, prison state, death state. That's what we're living in. Cops can kill us right now in the streets and say, oops. Put a 1 in the chat if I'm telling the truth. The cops can kill you right now in the streets and then say, oops, I thought he was going for a gun. He was reaching. Jalen Walker was shot hundreds of times. Oops. No big deal. No charges, no wrongdoing. They chased the guy down and executed him. They can kill you. VG is here. What's up, VG? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a second. Nice to see you. Groundhog. Good to see you, Groundhog. Good to see you guys, man. You have rights, cops have duties. You have rights, cops have duties. Talk about it. An intense, good dude. I mean, I have really enjoyed getting to know you this past year because you have rights, cops have duties. And we've talked on the phone for a number of hours, kind of becoming acquainted with each other's problems that we're both dealing with in this police state, prison state, death state. That's what we're living in. We're living in a police state, prison state, death state. That's what we're living in. The government can kill us. Oops. The government can lie to us. Oh, well, I saw you doing it. I know you did it illegally. Oh, well, if you know, okay, then I made the U-turn. They can lie to you. It's just, that's what we're living in. And we're living in new member. What's going on, Rat Audits? Thanks for joining, man. Let's take a look at ego checkers. Let's take a look at ego checkers. One more thing from Deboraugh. Deboraugh, when is your next court case? Pharmaceutical good complex. I think I lost Deboraugh. So everybody, thank you so much for Deboraugh. I don't have her here right now. Thank you guys so much for chipping in and helping her. Thank you. Really, really. And, you know, look, what's going on, Mr. Waldo Baldo? What's going on, Mr. Waldo Baldo? I hope you're okay. I'm not sure. I know that, Citizens Cooperative Network. I know that. What's going on with you? Let's check out. You can DM me or send me an email, Mr. Waldo Baldo. I know DLZ Clips has your contact information because he's the one that said, take a look. Oh, you got the vid, huh? Oosh. Mr. Waldo Baldo's got the vid, everybody. Real quick. Just take a second. Dear God in heaven, pray for my friend. Dear God in heaven, pray for my friend. Help him live through this COVID. All right. Because it killed my gym teacher, my elementary school gym teacher, and his wife. Killed them both. I'd known him since I was 5 years old. That COVID is nasty. I wish they hadn't made that virus over there in Wuhan. I wish they hadn't done that. I wish they hadn't made a virus that wanted to kill people. That's what I wish. But I do want to check out Ego Checker's last video where he said that the way they treated him in court was pretty horrific. So would that have been a live presentation? That was 10 days ago. So the video is here. So 6 dogs. What's the name of that video, Ego Checker? Let's take a look at the video that happened to you. What's the name of the video? You want to just you want to text me that link? Do you want to text me that link so I can take a look at the video? Yeah, so we just served Las Vegas Metro Police Department. So we remember, I think the other day I said that we served them, but so we use a company called ABC Legal, and I guess they didn't serve them the other day. They served them today, Las Vegas Metro. I thought they were served last Friday, but I think they were served today. I have the confirmation email in my email. So Las Vegas Metro PD now has been sued for $5 million for wrongfully arresting me. They didn't have any right to put their hands on me. They had no right to arrest me. They had no right to abuse me. Oh, by the way, I'm going to show all of the body cam footage raw, and I need help making sure that we line out where they're lying. They're lying, and they lied, and they cheated us, and they're lying. And the cop hit me in the testicles. He took his fist and he jammed it up the crotch of my legs. You hear me say it on Doolittle's body camera, but then they edited out where he squatted down, because he squatted all the way down like he was a hooker given a blowjob on 4th Street. That's what he did. He squatted his butt all the way down to the ground and then punched me in the nuts. He did it like this, because your legs are like this, and he did it like this. Like you ring a bell. Like if you like here's my 420 stick. Like this. Like this. And he whacked me in the testicles. Hurt real bad. Hurt real bad. Yeah. Yeah. That happened to me. That was Jesse Sandoval of the Las Vegas Metro Police Department. Punched me in the testicles. And now on his body cam footage, it's not there. I wonder what happened. What happened to that? It doesn't show him squat down and hit me in the testicles. And it's so funny because the people on my team asked me, Chille, when did this happen? Do you know when this happened? And I'm like, yo, like, I understand everybody lies. Like, I still lie. I try not to lie, but you're like, hey, you know, are you coming? Yes, I'm in my car. I'm on my way. I've tried to stop doing that. I've tried to stop with the little white lies. Yeah, I'm almost there. I'm still 20 minutes away, right? We all have these little white lies that we do. You know, I did the dishes. You haven't done the dishes yet, but you're going to do them. You just don't want to hear her bitching about it or hear him bitching about it. And so you're like, yeah, I did the dishes. That cop punched me in the nuts. He spread my legs so that my balls would dangle. And then he punched me in the nuts. Plain as day. I didn't misremember it. I didn't make a mistake. There's no, I can't stand being bullied. And when I talk about myself being bullied, I have an emotional reaction. When I sit here and tell you guys what happened to me, and I talk about some guy demanding I spread my legs further. They're not wide enough. No, spread your legs further. There was a back and forth with the guy where he made me spread my legs further. And I said, they're wide enough. He said, no, spread your legs further. And then he made me spread my legs further because I got 5 guys around me and one's got a taser and they're going to tase me. And then he hit me right in the testicles. So I'm going to release all the body cam footage, and I need people to sift through that body cam footage and be like, yo, how come we hear this here, but we don't hear it here? It shouldn't, if this was said on this guy's body cam, it should have been heard on this guy's body camera. They're hiding it. They are hiding it straight up. I'm not making things up. I'm not lying. It's no white lie. I still have numbness in my left thumb. There's nothing I can do about it. It's real. I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask that piece of shit to sit and squeeze on my arm forever. Like, did he do permanent damage to me? Like, am I going to have permanent discoloration? I mean, this is from him digging his thumb into my arm. Look, I mean, that broken blood vessel is a month later. I still have a broken blood vessel on my arm. You guys saw this the next day. It was nasty. I mean, I still have a broken blood vessel from where the cops squeezed me a month ago. So it's no wonder that I still have numbness in my thumb. So Bronco Nation is here. Bronco Nation. Bronco Nation. Whoosh. Bronco Nation. Sorry. It's not easy being a weirdo, but it's a good time. It's a good time being different. It's a good time not being like everybody else, not thinking like everybody else. You know, when I started off on YouTube a couple years ago, a year and a half ago, I started in January of 2000. December was my first video that I had really started on YouTube. It was in the end of December of 2021 is when I started on YouTube. And I posted videos earlier in that year, June, I think I opened the channel. So I think I started the channel almost exactly 2 years ago, but I didn't post until June or July of 2021. And it's really funny because P Rex is in the room. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? And Mr. Waldo Baldo, I'm praying for you for your COVID. And I'll tell you, you know, I realized when I came onto YouTube that people see things a lot of ways, right? In my whole life, people have a perspective like this, a perspective like that. I look at a situation and I have a perspective like this, which is different than both of these. And it's been that way my whole life. So, oh, you totally boycotted Vegas? I don't see much of Vegas. So people are like, oh, you're in Vegas? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know it. I'm in Vegas, but I wouldn't know I'm in Vegas. I pretty much just work constantly. I don't see any of Vegas. I don't see anything here. I don't go to the strip. I don't go to clubs. I don't go to bars. I'm not part of the nightlife here. So I'm in Vegas, but I don't know anything about it. You know what I mean? I haven't been to the strip yet, and I've been here for a couple of months. So I go between Summerlin and Henderson, and then when I want to audit cops, I head over to North Las Vegas. If you go anywhere in North Las Vegas, there are cops everywhere. There are cops everywhere. So I told Ego Checker that I would show a portion of this video, and he was saying that in his live stream here, in his lives, cops pull me over, videos. Which one of these is the video of your where that you said they treated you a certain way in court? Ego Checker. Ego Checker. Ego Checker. Ego Checker. Which one was this? Which video was this, Ego Checker? Because I would like to see it. Oh, that's right. It's Shabbat. It's Friday night. It's Shabbat. So many of my Jewish friends in Los Angeles are celebrating Shabbat. Happy Shabbat tonight for all my Jewish friends. I hope you guys have a great night, great dinner with your close friends and family members. Shabbat dinner. I had an Israeli girlfriend for a while, and so I went to tons and tons of Shabbat dinners. Tons. I also had a Lebanese girlfriend, so then I went to different things for the Muslim culture. But I've been to all kinds of them. Court Natty. Okay, let's take a look at Ego Checker's videos. Court Nazi.
Could you identify yourself? Because you didn't identify yourself when you come up to me.
Deputy Marshal Sunderman.
I don't understand that. What's your name?
Sunderman.
Sunderman. What's your badge number?
980.
980. Your body camo?
It is.
Is it? Okay. I do have paperwork for her. But like I said, if I'm not waiving any of my rights to come into this courtroom.
Okay. Well, the judge said that you got to have paperwork if you're going to bring a service dog in.
Okay. All right. Is that all?
Yeah. Try to figure out what you're going to do with the dog so you can make sure you get in the court on time.
What time is it now?
8:41.
8:41. I got 20 minutes to decide what I'm going to do.
Okay.
All right.
So.
Are you standing here just to intimidate me?
I'm not trying to intimidate you, man.
Hey, sir, I do have a question for you. We noticed there's a pressure cooker in the bed of your truck.
Yes.
What?
And, with pressure cookers being in the past,
What?
I'm just asking, is there a reason you have a pressure cooker in the bed of
What?
the truck or anything like that?
Can you believe this?
What? You got a pressure cooker?
So are you asking me that if I'm a terrorist?
No, not at all. I'm asking you, is there an explosive in that?
Are you asking? You can get a search warrant and you can go look.
I don't have a reason to get a search warrant.
I don't have a reason to blow up a building either.
Okay, I understand that. But
You got a
Why are you looking so hard in the back of my truck?
I didn't have to look very hard. It's in plain view.
So if I was going to blow up a building, you think I'd put a pressure cooker inside the back of a truck in plain view?
Yeah, I mean, it's happened in the past. I'm not saying you would do that. I'm saying history has shown.
Can you call the sheriff's department?
No, sir, we're not going to call the sheriff's.
I'm asking you to call the sheriff's department. The sheriff.
History has shown that two radicalized young late teens, early 20s brothers were radicalized, and they used pressure cookers at the Boston bombing. Americans who are having constant run-ins with College Station police for operating their property without a state-sanctioned driver's license are not pressure cooker bombers. What in the fluck is this moron talking about? This guy has got to be find out his name at the College Station or the court. I want to call and just say, can you show me the stupidest human being alive? There's a pressure cooker in the back of your truck. So now you're a Boston bombing terrorist. You got to be freaking kidding me. Like, you've got to be joking me. That's unbelievable. That's a line of questioning because you don't want to get a state-sanctioned driver's license. Now you're a Unabomber? They've jumped the shark of any kind of decency.
You have the right to call the sheriff's office. We're not going to call the sheriff's office.
Oh, okay.
We're the people with jurisdiction over the court.
We're the people with jurisdiction over the court. You're a dunce cap, bro.
The court here. for security.
And your name?
For security? Bro, you couldn't stop us. Be glad the people are willingly governed, because you'd get walked over, bro. Once we get mad, once this populace loses composure, you're cooked, you beta male cuck pig.
Again?
Matt Ford, I'm the city marshal.
City marshal?
Yes,
Okay.
Okay. So I think Deputy Sunderman explained the judge is not going to allow the dog in the court.
So here's the deal. Here's the deal.
And I get court is not started until 9.
Here's
Just
the
wanted
deal.
to inform you
Here's
of
the
that.
deal.
I had a
I'm sorry. This was the guy talking. It wasn't this beta male cuck. This was the beta male cuck. So ego checker, is he the prosecutor? Is that what this guy's doing out here? So it's not the pig threatening, saying that he's got a pressure cooker. Who is this guy?
question about the pressure cooker. I'm not going to.
I'm not a terrorist.
What did he just say?
The judge is not going to allow the dog in the court, and I get court is not started until 9. We just wanted to inform you of that. I had a question about the pressure cooker.
Ego checker, I hope you tell him. I can't see the screen. Can you tell us? Can you tell us who this guy is? Anytime, Lenny. I love you, buddy. You got some good stuff, dude. But ego checker, who is this guy? Who is this beta male cuck? He had some questions about the pressure cooker. He had some questions. I mean, just go ahead. If anybody here can, anybody here know how to make pressure cooker bombs? Anybody? Because I don't. I have no idea. Like, I can't even fathom how to do it. Like, we used pressure cookers to pressure cook the salmon where I was raised in Alaska. So I don't know how you make a pressure cooker bomb. I have no idea. I have no clue. I don't think anybody here knows how to make pressure cooker bombs, dude. I don't think it's not real common, bro. It's not real common. So I don't know how to do it. I certainly wouldn't teach anybody how to do it. I don't think there's directions online. So I'm not sure what this bailiff is harassing Danny for. I'm not sure why this is happening, but yeah, there's no pressure cooker bombs in America, bro. That was a one-off by two young guys who'd been radicalized, who actually, when you got into their heads, I mean, they did some pretty crappy stuff. They're probably going to get killed for it. Did they get the death penalty? I don't know, but that's been the only pressure cooker bomb that we've ever seen. Has anybody, just can you guys help me out? Has anybody else heard of a pressure cooker bomb before the Boston bombing? Did anybody ever heard of that before? I'd never heard of that before. So has anybody else heard of that? Mr. Bailiff, I don't think Danny over there in College Station is looking up directions or trying to figure out how to make pressure cooker bombs, bro. You douchebag. You know, I saw a pressure cooker in your car and I want to have a talk with you about that. How come he's in cuffs? They saw a pressure cooker in his car. Why is the guy in jail? Pressure cooker. Hey, babe, you going to work? Yeah, I'm going to work. Don't go with the pressure cooker in the car. There's a pressure cooker, everybody. Get back. I'm sorry. Put a 1 in the chat if that's the most ridiculous shit you've ever heard. I need to talk to you about the pressure cooker in your car. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay. Okay, sorry. Hey guys, doing a fundraiser today. My buddy Danny's in jail. Ego checker, he's in jail. He went to court with a pressure cooker in his car. And you know, everybody knows that pressure cooker bombs are destroying our country. Come on. Boom! 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 Oh man. Oh man. Oh, just stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it. Just stop. I just cannot believe. Just let me. I'm losing composure. Hold on. Let me just watch it again real quick. Let me just watch it. Let's do it again.
Okay, so I think Deputy Sunderman explained the judge is not going to allow the dog in the court, and I get court is not started until 9. We just wanted to inform you of that. I had a question about the pressure cooker.
Is there explosives in there? Everybody, Danny's now a terrorist. They gave him a ticket for his driver's license for not having a driver's license. And he has now decided, screw life, screw being free, screw everything. Danny has decided to become a pressure cooker bomber. I mean, I'm sorry. Okay. The pressure's really on. The pressure's really on, Danny. You son of a Danny. Did you bring, let's go to where he first says it though.
What time is it now?
8:41.
8:41. Body cam on?
It is.
Is it okay? I do have paperwork for her. But like I said, if I'm not waiving any of my rights to come into this courtroom.
Okay, well, the judge said that you got to have paperwork if you're going to bring a service dog in.
Okay. All right. Is that all?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what you're going to do with the dog so you can make sure you get in the court on time.
What time is it now?
8:41.
8:41. I got 20 minutes to decide what I'm going to do.
He's your dad.
All right.
So,
Are you standing here just to intimidate me?
I'm not trying to intimidate you.
Hey, sir, I do have a question for you. We noticed there's a pressure cooker in the bed of your truck. Hey, sir, I do have a question for you. We noticed there's a pressure cooker in the bed of your truck.
Dun, dun, dun!
And, with pressure cookers being used as explosives in the past, we're just...
No, pig. No. Pressure cookers have not been used as explosives in the past. No, that's not true. A pressure cooker was used one time in America that everybody heard about because it was at the Boston Marathon, and it killed a couple people. I think one person died. A good friend of mine was right there at the finish line, her and her family. So I don't know what he's talking about. There have not been a rash of pressure cooker bombings. It was one people, and it was a terror attack.
Just asking, is there a reason you have a pressure cooker in the bed of the truck? Or
Dude.
anything like that? You're parked next to a building?
Yeah. I got a pressure cooker in my car because we have fish. And so I put it in jars, and then we pressure cook those jars, and then it seals them. And then I can keep that fish for months and even years. That's I mean, the fact that he even said that. So Danny, how does it end? How does it end? How does that end? That is some of the funniest shit I have ever seen. Yo, Chosen, what is going on? Dunzo, what is going on? 3 people died. Is that right, Dunzo? Three people died and 260 people were injured. Yeah, that's horrible. That's horrible. So Danny, let that be a lesson to you. Don't you go to court with a pressure cooker in your car again, because, you know, everybody knows. The service dog went in with me. Good, good, good. Let's, I've been on for 90 minutes now, Danny, ego checker. So let's plan a time where I can bring you on live. Let me know when, what's going on, Adam? How is everybody? Court training, Dorothy Gale. Like, what's comparable to that? What's comparable? Like, you see somebody and you go, are those hand warmers in your pocket? Like, how stupid is that to believe that somebody is going to go to an American courthouse who's known in that town? They know who Danny is. They know him. They target him. They stalk him. And now he's going to throw away his whole life. Those other guys wanted death to America, you know, so they don't mind throwing away their whole life. But anybody who's American that makes a little bit of money or has a little bit of a life or just basic, like has a cell phone that they can play on Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook or TikTok or whatever they want to play on, this little cell phone, this is like the ultimate pacifier. Most people, you give them one of these and they're like, I don't want to live anymore. Oh, I'll live a little while longer. Most people, you give them one of these and they just get lost in it, and they're just looking at it like this, right? So most people are not wanting to throw it all away. But the cops treat us in a police state, prison state, death state like we're all ready to just pack it in right now. I'm ready to end myself and end everybody else. And that's just not true. That's just not true. It is so stupid. And the fact that that pig has been trained to say, well, I saw a pressure cooker in your car. Well, hey, douchebag, the pressure cookers that were at the Boston Marathon, they were full of nails and hammers and all kinds of crazy stuff. Danny's just a regular guy who's fighting a ticket for driving without a license. He's not facing murder charges. He's not facing domestic violence where his wife's going to leave him with his children. He's not at his wit's end. He just doesn't like pigs and doesn't respect your court. So, okay. Okay. You guys are just, I mean, I wonder when they take the shadow ban off the channel. I can't wait. Now, granted, I'm an hour early and it's a fundraiser, so not everybody comes to a fundraiser. Anyway, all right. I'll get the flock out of here. I will see you guys on the next one. To all y'all who donated, I mean, and Rat Audits who started the energy system, and Justice Berserker, Deboraugh Rogers. Deboraugh Rogers is Justice Berserker. She's right here. If you guys want to subscribe to her channel, there it is right there in the right there. That's her channel right there. If you guys want to subscribe to her channel, that's Justice Berserker, so you can keep up with her. TCBC, good to see you. Good to see you, Mikey. Greg, all of my friends who come and support me as I am fighting upstream to try to create a better system. Thanks. I really appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators.